There's a couple of things I want to talk about. One is challenging the acceptable or good trans story. And as soon as I point this out, every trans person in here is gonna be like, oh yeah. There's only one acceptable trans story in Western culture. You knew from when you were little, you played with the wrong gender's toys, you have fought all this way, you've gone through all the therapy, and now you're completely changed to the opposite gender. You're still living in the gender dichotomy. That is, and you're passing, and you're white, and you're wealthy. That is the only good trans person. So there's two ways to use this good trans person story. One is how I found I had to use it to get medical care. You go in there saying, well, I'm non-binary, but I'm interested in, I want to talk about hormones, I want to talk about top surgery, I want to talk about this. They discount you immediately if you're non-binary. But if you stick to the trans story, if you stick to the script, you can get your care. The same kind of thing can work with cops or people who are in your family or things like that. But within the community and with people that you feel like you can be safe with, be your messy self. Let them know that it's that gender is a spectrum and a journey, and it changes throughout time. There's examples of this across time and throughout the world, from ancient Egypt, from Rome. It just continues. We are not new, we are not a fad, and we're not a new threat. Those are the two things that they love to say. It's a new threat that we've never seen before, we gotta stand up against it, and it's just a fad, it's a brand new thing. And it's obviously not, we know that. There's also the dichotomy of motivation. When you bring up these histories, our trans histories, they're gonna say, well, you don't know if that person was trans. You don't know what their motivations were. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If that person had multiple motivations to change their gender or to confront the gender binary or the gender culture that they were in, they still count as trans history, and they can still also be feminist history or Black history or any other history. They don't need to be separate. It's this colonial mindset of you have to be categorized and separated so you can be controlled. So be as messy as you can and talk as much about your history as you can, because that's really going to challenge this narrative.